Hey everyone, welcome back to another cool video from MindRead here on YouTube. We're super stoked you could join us today. In this amazing video, we're going to take a look at 10 forbidden places we challenge you to visit. Whoa, we think this one should be totally epic, and we'd like to make sure you got your visa and passport ready just in case, okay? Great. We might send our manager with you because we reckon he needs a vacation as well. So, what places are forbidden? And if they're forbidden, there must be a good reason for that, right? And this is why we've made this video, so that we can get a bit of a glimpse into some of the places that would be a challenge for visitors. People like you, and our manager, who might like to bite off more than they can chew. Alright folks, let's see where you might be headed this coming year. Hold on to your hats as we take you to 10 forbidden places we challenge you to visit. Number 10. At our 10th spot, we can tell you that the first place is Area 51. In recent years, Area 51 has been the height of conspiracy theories, and said to be a place where the government is hiding weather technology equipment, time travel devices, real aircraft creation, new out-of-this-world technologies, weapon systems, private information relating to alien research, extraterrestrials, and even real-life aliens. In fact, a recent group of wannabe conspiracy theorists were planning on storming the military base in hopes of finding more than the public have been told about. The secrecy surrounding the base has meant that many intrigued and interested onlookers have made up stories or claimed to know more about this forbidden no-entry zone. But are they conspiracies? Some ex-employees have gone on record to tell viewers their truths. In fact, lethal force can and will be taken for trespassing at Area 51. So what do you think is in the base? We'd love to hear your thoughts below, so go ahead and comment. Anyways, shot on site, not a great vacation in our opinion. Ouch. Number 9. At spot number 9 in the countdown, we have this footage of North Sentinel Island. It's 23 square miles approximately, and in fact, it's been dubbed treacherous and is located on the Bay of Bengal. Coral reefs surround this expanse of the island, and it's covered in thick and dense forest. Sounds perfect, right? Beautiful ocean, forest, nature. We love it! Our manager would love it too. But there's a twist. A big one, actually. Do you know what it is? Well, this island isn't like other islands, because the people who live here are called the Sentinelese, and this tribe has rejected any human contact from the modern outside world, and they use both force and brutality to defend their island. Actually, in 1867, a ship crashed near the island, and the survivors had to fight hard to defend themselves before they were eventually rescued. Later, in 1880, an expedition went to North Sentinel Island for research purposes, but a couple were bound and captured and taken to Port Blair. The pair got very sick because of their vulnerability and age, and passed away soon after. Later, in 1991, peaceful contact was made, but after 1997, people stopped visiting the island altogether. In 2004, the island was struck by an earthquake, and the Indian government sent a rescue helicopter to see if any help was needed, but the Sentinelese shot arrows and threw stones at them. A couple of years later after that, some fishermen floated too close to the island and were executed by the natives. And this is our number 9 spot in the countdown. A no-go for our manager again. We only want to scare him a little though, nothing too dramatic. Number 8. At this 8th spot in our countdown, we can tell you that this place is called Death Seed Vault, and it's located on Spitzenberg Island in Norway, located inside of a sandstone mountain. Here, the Nordic Seed Vault opened in 2008. There are over 930,000 seed samples in the vault, being stored in case of crisis in future generations on Earth. The seeds are stored at -0.4 degrees Fahrenheit with little oxygen to prevent their deterioration. Now you can order seeds from this place, but it is forbidden to enter, and only donors have access to the site with express government permission. The permafrost inside the mountain actually maintains the coolness, and it's 430 feet above sea level. The vault operates similar to a bank vault, and we love this place because we're not allowed in there. Which is weird because it's only seeds, but the entire planet might depend on this place one day, in the event of an apocalypse or perhaps some other crazy thing like alien invasion or end of the world. Although, if this does happen, the people left on Earth, the survivors, would be locked out of this place anyway, so that's a bit silly. Can someone put a spare key under the doormat just in case? Okay, thanks for that. Number 7. Our spot number 7 goes to this footage of the Metro 2, an alleged system that's located underground in Moscow, Russia. Wow, this is cool, right? A great place for a vacation, or maybe not. During Joseph Stalin's rule of the Soviet Union is when the inception of this place began. And although this place is conspiracy, it hasn't been denied by the Russian government or federal security services either. The United States discussed an underground facility in Moscow, actually, and this report was named Military Forces in Transmission in 1991. This included a map of the alleged railway within the metro in Moscow. There are 4 lines, which are said to connect to the complex of Kremlin, in fact, and these lines are said to provide access for SVB headquarters, rocket forces, the airport, and the alleged underground bunker and city in Remenki. It is said that the Metro 2 holds many historical and political secrets, and we think it'd be a challenge to visit for sure, because you'd have to find it first. Our manager might be able to, though. He's super clever. This takes the number 7 spot for 10 forbidden places on Earth we challenge you to visit. Kinda fun, right? A hide-and-go-seek kind of place. Number 6. At the 6th spot in this countdown, we're super stoked to show you this place in France. The Zone Rouge, or Red Zone, in France is a location where no one lives and it's forbidden to enter. Before World War I, Verdun was mainly made up of farmland, but during the war, millions of rounds of artillery shells covered the ground and made it a place where the remnants of war made it synonymous for being toxic. The ground was churned up by the action of the soldiers at the time, who shot from all manners of vehicles and from the air as well. The towns in the area were destroyed by explosives, and the trees and wildlife were obliterated as well. World War I ended in 1918, and the area was dubbed a no-go zone because of the dangerous weaponry and human remains which were left there in the wake of the crisis, leaving it devastated and uninhabitable. At the time, the government forced the residents to be relocated for their own safety and for humanitarian reasons, keeping them from seeing the eyesores left there. And this takes our number 6 spot in the countdown for forbidden places on Earth we challenge you to visit. Although, we don't really think you should go there, do you? No. Let's just send a cartoon character because it won't affect them at all. Live ammunition, anyone? No thanks. Apparently, the cleanup could take 300 to 700 years to complete. And that's just ludicrous. War really isn't good. Not ever. Number 5. Here, we have this amazing footage of our next forbidden place in Kentucky, USA. Can you guess what we're looking at yet? There's loads of wealth stored here. You probably know we're talking about Fort Knox, right? Well, yes we are. And visiting this place would most certainly be a challenge, like a mission impossible. But we reckon our manager might know a way in. He's really savvy. The United States Bullion Depository, often known as Fort Knox, is a fortified vault building located next to the United States Army post of Fort Knox. It is operated by the United States Department of the Treasury, and the vault is used to store a large portion of U.S. gold reserves as well as other valuable items belonging to, or in custody of, the federal government. It currently holds roughly 147 million troy ounces of gold bullion, over half of the Treasury's stored gold. The United States Mint Police protects the depository, and it's definitely out of bounds to the public, for obvious reasons. The depository is a secure facility, and its fenced perimeter and granite-lined concrete structure has rings of razor wire and minefields. The grounds are monitored by high-resolution night vision video cameras as well as microphones. The subterranean vault is also built of steel plates, I-beams, and cylinders which are amazingly encased in concrete. It also has a torch and drill-resistant door, which is 21 inches in thickness and weighs 20 short tons. The vault door is set on a time lock and can only be opened by members of the depository staff who must dial in separate combinations. Wow, we might need reinforcements. Nah, just kidding. We aren't materialistic at all. Number 4. At spot number 4, we're excited to show you this forbidden place. This one's world famous and is also known as Snake Island in Brazil. In fact, it's so scary that people are forbidden to visit there, and you don't need to tell us twice. We won't even allow our manager to go here. He's too nice. Snake Island is 25 miles off the coast of Brazil, and there's one deadly snake per square foot, which is truly the stuff of nightmares, especially for those who have a phobia or are just afraid of dying. And here at Mindread, we tick all of the above. The deadly golden lancehead varieties are a species of pit viper and are known to be one of the deadliest serpents on the planet. The current estimate says that there are between 3,000 to 4,000 snakes on the island, and only the Navy periodically goes to the lighthouse to check on the upkeep and also to make sure no humans are visiting the very forbidden landmark. Okay, this one's a little too much for us, so let's just keep on moving in our awesome countdown. Number 3. In our countdown, the third spot goes to this place in Poveglia, Italy. This is a small island near Venice, and this place has been a historical landmark in history due to being synonymous with the dumping of the dead. And this is not good. No, thank you. First becoming a quarantine colony in the 14th century, this saw many victims of the horrid and deadly bubonic plague. Then later in the 19th century, it was an asylum for the mentally unwell. Apparently, a cruel doctor performed experiments on some of the patients here, and today, the island is abandoned, except for the souls of ghosts that are said to live there. Ghost hunting, anyone? Hey, wait a minute. Let me ask my manager. I'll be right back. Number 2. Here's our best pick, sent in by June Salamander from Australia. Thanks, June! Ball's Pyramid is located off the eastern coastline of Australia and located 12 miles from Lord Howe Island in the Pacific Ocean. It's the remnants of a shield volcano, being 1,844 feet in height. It's 3,600 feet long and over 900 feet across. This is the world's largest volcano stack, and in 1982, a law was placed into effect so that climbers were unable to scale the jagged formation. Although, this law was changed so that some climbers could gain permission to ascend it after much debate. The truth is, because of its steep nature, climbers without experience can fall or be cut by the jagged rock that can be dangerous or deadly for inexperienced users. Here, Lord Howe stick insects are a species only found on Ball's Pyramid, and these are protected by a law as a species currently under threat. In the 1920s, the bugs were thought to be extinct, but years later in the 2000s, scientists found 24 above the shoreline, and so placed a breeding program into place to increase their numbers again. We'd like to thank June for sending this best pick to us, and it takes our number 2 spot for 10 forbidden places we dare you to visit. Oh, and by the way, there's no bug spray allowed here, because the species of stick insects are not a pest. Just FYI. Number 1. We made it, everyone! The number 1 spot is finally here! Are you ready to discover the number 1 forbidden place on Earth we challenge you to visit? Yep, so are we. Can we get a drum roll, please? Okay, so the number 1 spot goes to the Chapel of the Ark of the Covenant in Ethiopia. Here, one of the most sought-after items from the Bible is said to be. The Ark is said to hold the stone tablets with the 10 Commandments scribed onto them. Crazy, right? Apparently, it's located here in the St. Mary of Zion Cathedral, and only one man is allowed to see the Ark, a monk who is deemed as the guardian of the precious artifact. And we think we could dress our manager up like a monk so he could take some snaps for us, but he might not want to just yet because we already scared him with all others here in our top 10 countdown. Oops! Anyway, the supposed Ark is shrouded in mystery and secrecy, and the Ethiopians believe it to be a treasure that's so sacred, no one else but the monk can see it. Many skeptics believe it's only a replica and not the real Ark synopsis with the Christian Bible. But what do you guys and gals think? Is the Ark of the Covenant really located here? And does the Ark even exist at all? We'd love to hear your take on it in the comments section below. We're so glad that you could join us for this video here at MindRead. Do you have any amazing ideas for videos that you'd love to see? Please let us know below so we can give our viewers the best content that you really love. Also, if you're a subscriber to our amazing channel, we'd like to thank you for your unbelievable support. And if you haven't subscribed, we'd like to invite you to do so. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and share our videos too. We love you all. So before we go, we'd like to challenge you to tell us a place where you wouldn't go, and somewhere so forbidden we would only send our manager. Nah, just kidding, we love our manager. Although, place your ideas down in the comment section so we can save up. See you real soon, everyone, and don't forget to stay happy and safe wherever you are in this crazy, beautiful world. We definitely miss you already.